Taurus, what's happening? Thanks for joining me, guys. Tarot for Taurus coming up at this moment. I'm very sorry, there's been a couple of weeks when I could hardly get anything uploaded. I think I might have managed Aries last week, but then the internet kept crashing, which it still does. But I keep reading, and I'm going to keep trying to post them as much as I can, okay? So subscribe if you haven't already and tap that bell, s'il vous plaît, if you would. And I'm asking for 3 cards, please, for the sign of Taurus for the last week of May 2019. 3 cards for Taurus for the last week of May 2019. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. And a 4th one has fallen out as a significator. Oh, let's look at the significator first. It's actually the one that Aries just got as the very last card of the reading. It's the very first card in this one, so let's bring it up. Ace of Wands. Alchemy is indicated here, really. This is about an idea, a good idea up here, coming out into real life. We've got the light and we've got the wand here, of it actually becoming something material and something real. Now then, this energy addresses itself to everyone differently. I can't promise any outcome or anything at all, frankly, but the most important interpretation of any reading I do is the one that you put on it yourself, okay? That's what really matters. What does it mean to you? Google stuff, look around, have a life with it, okay? Anyway, the first of the 3 cards that came out, it's the Queen of Wands, okay? And we've got to remind ourselves about the Ace of Wands here, because this is pretty much the other end of the scale, the other end of the journey. This is when things are going well, but the Queen of Wands isn't having any nonsense. She is crimson, she is red, she is purple as well. So, you know, there's a lot of healing about her, but she is a very strict personage, okay? A black heart on a red flag makes me kind of think of anarchy in matters of love, but that's just my take on it. Okay, fluid energy, guys. This could mean anything to anyone, but what I'm saying here is the Queen of Wands is asking you to kind of take yourself more seriously, okay? Particularly in spiritual terms, because we got the black cat here looking at you. Sometimes life takes over, and we have to really keep our focus on the spiritual and away from the material as far as we possibly can, Taurus. Okay, second card in the spread for you, and it's the Ace of Pentacles. Right, so this is not bad. This is the second ace that has come up in the reading so far, and we're only 2 minutes 33 into it. Isn't that cool, Leo? Okay, so although there is actually only the one Ace of Pentacles in this, we're seeing this cake thing here, and it's the same size and shape. So does this mean that all this good energy here in this pentacle is going to turn into something real, alchemy style? Very possibly, because we're looking at it in the context of the Ace of Wands there. But this, to me, in this reading at least, almost looks like a second pentacle. It's just made of something different. But this is the Wonderland Tarot, and my readings are known to be very out there. So, you know, that is kind of, you know, something turning into a cake, if you ask me, okay? Very simple way of putting it, but this is about making things real, making things tangible, and it suggests that there is a chance, Taurus, for you to actually do that, to get that tangibility going. Okay, third card in the spread now, and we come to number 15, and it is the Devil from the Major Arcana. So this has more to do with what's going on around you personally than it's more to do with you personally, inwardly, than it is to do with what's going on around you. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so we've got the Mad Hatter's Tea Party here, and also the Mad March Hare. At some point in one of the Alice books, she is given the choice. She can go and see either of these. Doesn't matter which, because they're both mad. Okay, so craziness, you know, really, I see a certain amount of difficulty. I don't want to labour that word too much because, you know, this could mean different things to different people. It's fluid energy, guys, okay? But this is kind of things coming to a stop, and I think, yeah, the clock is bang on midnight there. It's as if things are about to happen. Things need to happen, as borne out by the Ace of Wands there. Things really need to happen, but we've got the Queen of Wands being strict about it, and we've got this card here with the Mad Hatter and the Mad March Hare being pretty serious about themselves, kind of taking things very seriously. Stuck in between those two, though, is a great deal of hope, a great deal of power, a beautiful blue sky in the background, and an invitation to get closer to nature, Taurus. Okay, it's been a tricky time for you, possibly because in the last week or so, the Sun and I believe Gemini as well have both passed from Taurus Well, the sun's passed from Taurus into Gemini, and Mercury, that's it. Mercury also passed from Taurus into Gemini. So things have really shifted out of your sign, Taurus. Could be difficult, could be a lull of energy, who knows. But, you know, keep on thinking positive, keep on thinking bright, keep on visualizing, keep on believing, because alchemy is possible here, guys. That's what this is all about. Okay. Right, well, I'm going to have a bit more of a delve into the cards and ask for another 3 for the sign of Taurus for the last week of May 2019, please. This is for Taurus for the last week of May 2019. Okay, shuffling now the 3 cards for Taurus. And well, nothing fell out. Well, that makes a change. Things have fell out every single time so far. Okay, so let's lay these down. And what have we got? Right, okay, well, now here is a card that I'm always really careful with. It's actually a very positive card, but people do worry about it. So, I have a grounding drink there. Ring the angel bell. And even if you do worry about it, it's upside down, so it's no problem. We have got number 13, and it's the death card, and it's upside down. It's really not a great one to read in the screen here, okay? There she is, the right way up. Okay, but you know, seasoned tarot people know this is a pretty good card in many, many ways. This means death of the old beginning, death of the old whatever was going on, and death of the new, and death of the old things that were going on, and a beginning of the new, a birth of the new. It's much more to do with rebirth than anything else. And as a medium in spiritualism, to me, death is a new beginning. Has been for a long time. Okay, because that's actually what it is. Now, in this card, there's a great deal of kind of, you could almost say temptation. We've got eat me and we've got drink me here, but it's reversed. Okay, this is showing me stuck energy again, guys, and you're going to have to make some effort to kind of close the old doors to open the new doors, really. You are, okay? Because this one actually corresponds to the Queen of Wands there, and this is what she is so serious about. This is what the concerns and the cares are really coming from and coming about, is can you actually bring yourself to close those old doors, to actually let the old go out of your life, because it is going to make way for new magic and new great things coming in, and nothing but blue skies behind this lady. There are a small amount of clouds there, but most of the sky is absolutely clear. Bit of blue sky thinking really needed here, Taurus, to actually get those old doors closed so the new ones can open, which they're going to. Okay, right. Second card in the spread was the Ace of Pentacles, and corresponding to that, now the Page of Cups comes up. Okay, and now then, Alice is given a bounty here, but it's kind of a fish, I think, is it? Yes, it's a fish, and she doesn't quite know what to make of it. A certain amount of confusion indicated here, guys. And, you know, I keep saying it, I can't say it enough, really. This is fluid energy. This depends who you are, where you are in your life, and what's actually going on with you at the moment. Okay, but it's not at all negative. It's just kind of, oh, which way now? But Alice does actually have the resources to be able to make the most of this. That is really the message here. So Taurus, you have the resources to get this thing to actually be a nice cake, something tangible you can eat. All right, I'm lost in cake world now, because I do like a bit of cake. Oh, I do like a bit of cake, and I like a cup of tea as well. So let's have one of those. Okay, and then third card in the spread was the Devil. And corresponding to that, we have the Ace of Cups. And that really plays into the idea of the Death card reversed there, because we've got the kind of, you know, the very sort of taking things seriously. They're having the resources but not willing to actually use them. Everything to do with that. We get the Ace of Cups there. So that it really is a good opportunity. That really is a chance of things moving forward. More than a chance, it's out there. It's waiting to happen, Taurus. But I'm not even going to say you need to make it happen. You might need to put yourself about a bit, though. You might need to kind of be in the right place at the right time. Just trust that you can be. Don't be put off because you think that isn't going to happen. Everything we do is guided on some level, I'm sure of it. Even growing a beard, which I have done in recent times and everyone thinks is mad. But I like it. There we go. There's a waterfall here. Great flow of abundance, but it's in the distance. Okay. But, you know, are these cups... Well, one's a chalice, one's a cup. Are they half full or half empty? That's the eternal question that we've got to keep asking ourselves, and this is throughout all the signs. But Taurus, this is an issue for you, okay? And this is all about unsticking the energy. We have got a feeling here. When I was doing Aries, there was a definite feeling of stuck energy. With you, Taurus, I feel there's energy that could get stuck. A little bit stuck because of the Sun and Mercury changing signs. But a definite kind of risk of leaving things stuck if you don't kind of keep things moving, keep visualizing, keeping believing. But this significator card says that good things are out there and good things are waiting to happen, Taurus. Okay, right, now then. I'm just going to pull another card here because I don't, there's something I haven't got to the bottom of in this reading yet. So please just give me one more card as a further significator and a bit more of an explanation about the stuck energy around Taurus as we go into the last week of May 2019. And one has fallen out, so excuse me a tick. Now then. It's the King of Swords and he fell out the right way up. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall, Humpty Dumpty had a great fall, all the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. Don't push it, okay, Taurus, that's what this is telling me. The Taurus energy can go in one of two ways. It's either, get out there and get things done, get things happening, or take a complete rest. That's the lunar influence around Taurians anyway, and certainly the, excuse me, the two sides of potential Taurian characteristics. Sorry, I do need to keep drinking liquid. We all do. And not everyone drinks as much of it as I do, but when it's Earl Grey tea with honey in a healing mug with flowers on, what more could you want? Hey, so I'm going to read the fact that I just inadvertently said all that I didn't mean to say. Okay, allow things to be comfortable in some shape or form, okay? We've always got to crack the whip on ourselves a bit, Taurus. It's just the way of life, getting things done, keeping things moving. But do allow yourself to be comfortable, okay? The whole point of being careful in life, the whole point of all the work that you put into life is to bring some comfort around yourself. So don't be jumping off the wall, okay? Because all the king's horses and all the king's men can't necessarily put you back together again. This is a lot to do with partly standing on your own 2 feet, but more than anything, believing in yourself and actually being able to reward yourself a bit. And you really need to believe in yourself to reward yourself. But Taurus, it was a very, very busy time for you for quite some time with the Sun and Mercury both in Taurus. They have moved on, they have passed forward from that, and things are changing, things are moving. Maybe it's a good time for a complete rest, Taurus, but the light is there at the end of the tunnel. It's actually around us now, it really is. But if you need to take a rest to get there, there's no harm in that. All looking positive, if a little bit confusing. Okay, but isn't that the nature of life? Well, thanks for watching, Taurus. If you've enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't, you know what to do. Peace, and I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.